POD is how you do documentation in Perl. It stands for plain old documentation, and it's called that because at the time when Perl was first created and POD was first created, the standard in computer documentation was Unix man pages, and what POD puts out looks very much like Unix man pages, the structure of them, the way that the finished product looks and feels, and the way that it was used at the Unix command line was very much like the Unix man pages, which at that time was an excellent standard of documentation. Time has marched on, and documentation is much fancier now, and POD is still a really good way to do things because it's basically extremely simple to use POD to create uniform documentation. The syntax of it is easy. How it gets applied to the documents is easy. Everything about it is easy to use, and the finished result is more than serviceable. With the various POD translators that are available today and even come standard with Perl, you can create very fancy looking modern documentation in HTML and PDF in a lot of different formats. The source of it is still this incredibly simple to use syntax. So let's take a look at how you create documentation using POD.